This Khajiit is not here to challenge. You have won your right to lead. All here will follow you if you spare them.
Who are you? And what are you talking about?
You have come to challenge for leadership, yes? That is why Sanji is dead and you are not. You will be the new gang boss if you, decide not to kill us. Let me show you our usefulness. You desire the riches offered by the Dominion, yes?
Yes, One Eye wanted me to bring that back to her.
We do not have it, not yet. Sanji hasn't met with the High Elf to get our cut, but if you could take it like you took the life of Sanji... Let us talk above ground, where it's safer. The others may not see you as their leader yet. You're here to make a deal, right? We show you the Dominion's treasure ship. You take their prize, and we all stay alive. Much better than the alternative.
So you propose a partnership then?
Partnership? Not much choice, is there? We can aid you in exchange for our lives. We can help you get our treasure for One Eye. If you're on One Eye's good side, this is better for all of us. Time we get to work, yes? Won't be long until the Dominion learns Sanji is dead. Then they'll take their treasure and run. That's bad for both of us.
What do we need to do?
Get on their ship, take their things, and escape alive. It's a simple plan. The Dominion's landing is right outside. I'll have a boat to haul the treasure. We can't go back the way we came.
You're not coming with me? I take it.
Me? This mind is for planning, not sword fighting and bloodletting. Oh, and counting coins. I am very good at that. This plan is reasonable, no?
I'll do it. It'll do. I'll see to getting that treasure.
You must make haste, esteemed leader. If the Dominion troops leave with their treasure, One Eye will be very unhappy indeed.
Who are you people?
We were part of the Renrija Maur. What does it matter, the past? We follow your orders now. Once this is all over, we can go back to doing what we do best. Making money.
The what?
The Renrija Maur. Some called us pirates, others privateers. It did not matter. We sailed under the papers of the Dominion, capturing enemy merchants for our profit and for the Dominion's pleasure. No more talk. This is wasting precious time. What a beautiful sight it is. One Eye can't wait to get her talons on it. Sir Josh will take care of this. You have business to attend to with One Eye.
So the Khajiit didn't lie. I pegged you to make off with the money. I misjudged you. Here's your dark elf. I expect the Dominion's prize will be delivered as payment for my largesse. And I have yet another present for you.
What would that be?
A high elf has come visiting, demanding a supply line through Alton Coromont. She's willing to pay handsomely for the privilege. Clearly, she is a Dominion commander. If she dies, there is no one to execute their plans here, and I will have her gold.
Where is she now?
She's in a cabin on the lower deck, waiting for me to return. If someone else arrived instead of me, I'm sure they could take care of this problem. I, of course, would never strike down a guest.
I must inform the Vice Canon of this situation.
Well, we ain't got room for wanderers. All bunks are taken. You're welcome to sleep in the barn if you don't mind the rat droppings.
A little messy, but sometimes you have to take the low road, right? One of your vice cannons is waiting for you. I'll let them stay as long as you are vouching for their behavior. This is still my town. Understand?
Where are they in town?
They're on the upper deck. Follow me.
Over here, Initiate.
Here's your hero, Elf.
One Eye would have me believe you single-handedly rid this port of Dominion meddling. I would be dubious, but Sunil Fenrilla corroborated her story. Now we don't need to fight a war with these pirates. We have you to thank for that.
Glad I can help.
Don't be modest. One-Eyed boasted of your skills. I've offered the pirates letters of marque to seize any Dominion ships they find. You've earned a reward. Take it with the gratitude of Stormhold and the Wardens.
A few coins would suffice.
These words are so final.
Will I ever get it back? I cannot perform. How will I ever get it back? I cannot live without my loot.
You lost the loot?
Yes, that trickster, Arkishan, fooled me into playing her riddle game for a chance at winning some gold. When I failed to answer her riddles correctly and had no coin to give her, she took my loot as payment.
How can I help?
Please talk to Arkishan. I begged her to return my loot so I might earn the coin to pay her, but she refused to give it back. She suggested another game of riddles, but I have nothing left to gamble.
I'll talk to Ashkan for you.
She should be just up the road by the hatching pools, waiting for another mark. She's crafty. Don't let her trick you into large bets.
What's so important about this loot?
It was crafted by my grandfather. Over the years, its sweet sound has brought joy to the hearts of sullen audiences and tears to the most stoic warriors. I've yet to find its equal.
Why were you gambling?
I sought a shortcut to buying a home in Stormhold. I thought myself a match for that scaly trickster, but my mind blanked when confronted by her riddles. I should have stuck to musical competitions.
What's so important about this loot?
It was crafted by my grandfather. Over the years, its sweet sound has brought joy to the hearts of sullen audiences and tears to the most stoic warriors. I've yet to find its equal. I sought a shortcut to...
Stretch your tail here in peace. What brings you to the hatching pools?
I like to recover anyone's loot.
I do not return items lost on a bet. Did he tell you he lost it gambling? Perhaps you're a gambler as well. Would you like to win it back?
I prefer to just play for it.
But that wouldn't be any fun. No fun at all. Come now, play a game of riddles with old Aki-chan. If you answer correctly, I will give you the loot.
You won the loot by asking riddles. Can you answer mine?
An intriguing proposal. It has been long since anyone challenged me. Yes, I will hear your riddle. If I cannot answer it, the loot is yours.
What can be made and broken but not touched?
I have never heard the like. May I have another clue?
You can never keep it until it's given.
Is it love?
No, I promise.
Ah, I am honored you chose to share your riddle with me. Here, you may have the loot. I hope you share your wisdom with Iraninen so that he never again gambles away such a fine instrument.
Get my loot from Aki-chan.
Here it is.
By the three, you did it! You saved my life and returned my livelihood. I don't have much, but what little I have is yours. I'll earn it back and more when they hear me play in Stormhold.
Will you gamble again?
Never again. I sought a shortcut to riches and nearly lost everything. A fool and his looters soon parted, my father used to say. Had I listened to him, I would have avoided this folly.
That's good to hear.
You have my never-ending thanks. If I should meet a singer in my travels, I'll commission a song in your honor. Luck to your house, my friend.
Keeper Omnise was a kind woman. She tended eggs, you understand? She was a midwife to Argonian hatchlings. And they butchered her. The Dominion cut her down and left her to rot.
What happened?
I take no pleasure in being right. The Dominion must have learned Vice Canon Rondar's knowledge of the hatching pools. It is imperative we learn the Nemikek's true role in the Dominion's plans. They bring nothing to this land but abomination. If you haven't seen it yourself, Dominion forces are all over the hatching pools. They kill anyone who tries to leave. The only good news is they've left the eggs unharmed. We could use your help in learning why.
How can I help?
I'd like you to cut down every Dominion soldier you see, but a quieter approach is more prudent. Either way, find Keeper Uzith A. He'll know how to buy time until I arrive with reinforcements.
I'll find a way to help the keepers.
Ukatse found ceremonial garb in the chest behind me. He made it past Dominion guards, but one of their tigers sniffed him out. His wounds weren't too severe. You could use the garb to seek out Keeper Uzith A. Just keep an eye out for tigers.
What will you do?
Report the extent of this attack to Vice Canon Hatamine. I expect to return with reinforcements quite soon. We'll drive the Dominion from the hatching pools. If you see opportunities to aid the Keepers, I urge you to do so.
Assistant, you know better than to... Yes, I think I see. What brings you to me, Assistant?
Vice Canon Serena sent me to learn the Dominion's plans.
The Dominion tells us nothing. Those who left, they killed. Those who stayed, they let live. We don't know why. We continue to prepare for the hatching. They haven't stopped us from that yet.
What can I do to help?
As we speak, the eggs grow moist. Before we begin the hatching, I wish to know the Dominion's intentions. But endangering yourself on our behalf isn't something I can ask.
I can handle the Dominion.
Then go. Light the braziers in the Zanmirs of First Light and Setting Sun. As you walk amongst the Dominion, listen with care. We must know if they mean us harm. And look for Assistant Talixith. If she still lives, inform her I'll need her assistance.
filth. They're starting to grow together. Here, I'll show you.
Keep your boots on. We're only here until the eggs hatch.
They're covered in so much filth. They're starting to grow together. Here, I'll show you.
Keep your boots on. We're only here until the eggs hatch. Then the lizards get theirs, and we leave this muck wallow for good.
The Kaguti walk amongst the Gwar, but do not hunt unless the Gwar strays from her herd. Then wooden wasps would fly, bringing the Gwar down to the mud.
The Dominion created policies to harm the Hist.
The Kaguti gore the Hist to drink its sap. In the hamlet, a tree dies screaming. In the mire, a tree goes mad. The Gwar watch the Kaguti, but do not understand.
These structures should explain.
A weapon once gifted to the Wasp children. Bound in blood, it slips through the Hist's dreams. Tree blood burns, and Tree dies a lonely death removed from its sisters. The Gwar thanks the mighty Wamasu for its mercy. The Kaguti thought themselves clever to coat their tusks with poison, but the tree knows all. Its roots will soon feed on the Kaguti who burned its blood.
Did you kill these Dominion soldiers?
The Kaguti think the Gwar won't bite off the tusk that strikes it. Now the Kaguti are brought down to the mud.
Why not dry them out of the hatching pools?
The Gwar seeks reeds to fill its belly. A gully in which to wallow. These are what the Gwar needs. Leave conquest for the Kaguti.
What?
Have you come to stop the Dominion soldier who devours my kin?
What? No, Keeper Uze asked me to find you.
Keeper Uzathay can go count his scales. A Dominion dryskin cooked and ate one of our unhatched eggs. Though I'm sworn to the shell, I will not allow him to harm another.
Your duty is to Keeper Uze.
What good is the hatching ritual if these despicable fools eat our young? Tell me what platitudes would Keeper Uzathay say to that? This dry skin must be stopped for good.
Calm yourself. If you strike him, you will put every keeper at risk.
I wasn't thinking of the others. Your words humble me. I'll return to Keeper Uzathay shortly. He'll know how to stop this madness. I'm sure of it.
The braziers burn atop the Zanmir's pinnacles. Tell me, what have you learned of the Dominion's plans?
After the hatching, they'll kill everyone in the hatching pools.
There must be more to it than massacre. What can they achieve by waiting before slaughter? They could kill us now and have done with this place. Something sinister is at work, but we have no time. The hatching will soon begin.
Vice Cannon Serena will rival reinforcements.
Then there is hope. As the hatching approaches, the Dominion will likely observe the ritual. Would you stand with us, despite the danger?
I'll stand with you.
Then we should begin. The time of hatching has come. We gather by the boughs of the Hist. What have they... No, this cannot be. Forkenberg! What have they done?
Ahate! No!
The Dominion. They'll doom us all. The Hist. Our link is gone.
What happened?
I cannot feel the Hist. This must be why the Dominion waited. To see if the hatching would fail.
What do you mean?
Without the Hist, the eggs can't hatch. Now there is only void. I feel it, forming around the tree. You saw what it did to Ahate. The same will happen to our unhatched eggs.
What can I do to help?
I'll offer myself to Sithis in exchange for holding back the void. It must be done. Save the unhatched eggs.
I'll save the eggs.
Keep the eggs from the void. Protect our future. Sithis, I implore you. Shield our unhatched eggs from the void. Return to the void. Return. Return.
He's gone. He died for the eggs. Did it work? Are they safe?
I saved some of the eggs.
Some, you say? They murdered our hatchlings, our children. Why? But you saved some. That is... it's a good thing. It must be a good thing.
What will you do now?
We must restore our link to the Hist. Without it, the hatching pools will never see our young rise from its cool waters. The Dominion can only cause such a thing with a powerful artifact.
The Dominion possesses something called the Mimic Egg.
Then the danger is graver than I thought. The Nemec Egg bears the memories of the Hist. Severing our link is the least they could do with it. Come, we must leave this place.
Argonians in Silent Mire had a bit of pirate trouble recently.
Thank the Hist.
But I heard some stranger saved them.
Failed.
Then we're too late.
Assisted Tillidus and I saved some of the eggs.
Thank Vivek, some good news. We'll bring the eggs to Hismir where they'll be safe. You handle yourself admirably against such odds. The Dominion would have killed half a generation of Argonians without your help. What of the Nemec Egg? Have you learned what the Dominion wants with it?
Assistant Tillidus believes they use it to stop the hatching ritual.
Then we know why Rúvatar needed a place of power. Should the Dominion bring the Nemec? I think I know. When our scouts found signs of Dominion soldiers to the west, Vice Canon Hatamine led a contingent of soldiers to an Ayleid ruin called Loriacel. Hurry there and tell her what you know. If you'll excuse me, I have vermin to clear from the hatching pools.
I'll meet Vice Canon Hatamine in Loriacel.
not there. Like it was scraped out with some kind of tool. Rajin Shadow! Zara thought you another monster, coming up to... Do not surprise Zara again.
What are you doing?
Zara asks you that question. Skulking about, sneaking up. Announce yourself next time. Zara might have clawed you to shreds. What would you do then? Jacobs, I thought you were one of them.
One of them?
This place crawls with Fenlord's servants. Left behind when they created the Crown of Ascension. Zara came here looking for it, but did not expect so much resistance. You will help, yes? Zara will make it worth your while.
I'll help.
Step lightly. Fenlords do not keep lazy servants. They could be on us in a flick of a tail.
What is the Crown of Ascension?
Some say it is a tool, where the Fenlords encased themselves in ice to wait out the long ages. Others suggest a jewel-encrusted crown that reveals all places and possibilities at once.
The Fenlords?
Alien necromancer kings who once ruled Black Marsh. When their slaves rose against them, the Fenlords had them executed and revived as undead. Preserved against the ages, they toil even now, protecting the tombs of their long-dead masters.
What happened to them?
Unknown. Some say they created the Crown of Ascension and left Nern forever. Others claim they were overwhelmed by Alicia's rebellion. What matters to Zara is finding the Crown of Ascension, obtaining it, and getting out of here alive. A fine goal, no?
What was the crown's purpose?
Does it matter? It is old and very well guarded. If we gain it, we will be renowned. If it is powerful, we become powerful. Whatever happens, our names will be sung throughout the ages. Is this not a worthy goal?
What would you do if we find it?
If it is big, leave it. And sell the location to any who would have it. If it is small, take it and find the highest bidder. If it is powerful, well, some things are best kept to oneself, yes.
What's it in for me?
As companion to famous Zara, a share in my fame, of course. But you mean compensation, yes? Zara has a cache reserved for this very thing. Do not worry, you will be paid well.
Who are you?
As you see, Zara is Zara. Joined the guild, but that wasn't for me. Too much sitting and waiting for orders. Bah! Alkosh waits for no one. Why should Zara?
Which guild?
Mages, to find things that are hidden. They have the most exquisite libraries in Dune. Row after row of books. It's easy to see how things become lost. Then again, there is a guild for that too.
What do you mean?
Just as one finds things that are lost, another may lose things that are found. There is profit in both. Neither much tolerates the competition.
What were you doing when I found you?
Studying the dead, learning more about them. They have no minds, yes? Nothing to fill the space between the ears. Replaced with magic. Old magic. Fortunately, there are ways around that.
What do you mean?
Even in death, the Fenlords distrust their servants. To guard against rebellion, they inserted control icons into the heads of their arisen slaves. Zara found one. With it, I hoped to gain passage through this place. But its magic is stale.
Stale?
Does not work well. Magic has faded, yes? It is enough to stop one of these monsters in its tracks, but only for a time. Zara was barely able to overcome the one at our feet. This is why I need your help.
May I have the stone?
With regret, no. Zara is very clever, but not so strong. If the moons do not smile on us, this stone may be Zara's only escape. Do you feel that? Like ice running down Zara's back. Care is needed.